right. You ready for Aries season, Ma?
For what season?
Aries. You don't really mind Aries season much because you're Sagittarius, so you're fire too, so you don't mind so much, do you?
No.
I don't mind. People don't know how to use it proper. The Aries energy.
Oh, the property.
They don't know how to use it proper. They don't use it for good. They use it for chasing sensations and. Yeah, some. We'll see. We'll see. Alrighty. You're welcome, Mom. I'm on a little ice cream. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks, conversations on the way I feel about things. It's been kind of a rough couple days, just energetically. I'm mostly water and air and stuff in my, but I'm Aries sun. My birthday's coming up. Whoopee! I'm gonna be 48. Stuffed a lot of stuff in there in those 48 years, huh, Ma?
That's hard to believe. You're
I'm 2 years shy of the age that you were when I went into the Air Force. It was kind of interesting. I was supposed to go in on September 1st or September 2nd, one of those two, which is Mr. Iski's birthday. But I was on my and I was just told this story to somebody recently because my job was going to be something entirely different. It changed the course of my life because Aunt Flo came because I started my period, so I was 3 pounds over my max weight, so they wouldn't let me ship. And I was like, no, put me anywhere. And I do it at 5 in the evening.
Would you walk?
Or I walk all the way around Anderson, that route, along the railroad tracks and stuff like that. Sometimes to change it up, I'd go backwards. But there was over 11 days that summer that the temperature was 11 days consecutive that summer. That the temperature was 111 degrees or higher. And sometimes I'd put a plastic bag on just to any links. I've always gone through any links to do what I need to do.
Yes, you have.
And people keep freaking making up more rules and bullshit and stuff like that of stuff that they think I need to do, and I'm tired of it. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm living my own kind of way. Just leave me alone and there won't be a problem. So I call this talk today Easy Does It because people are gonna have to see. That's the thing, is what we are seeing on the planet is we got a whole lot of people with a lot of really good ideas and a lot of innovation and stuff like that, but these people, one thing that they don't have is they don't have discipline. They don't have discipline, and they don't have, there's another word I was thinking of earlier, but we'll just stick with discipline because I can't think of it, you know. When I was growing up, we didn't have a lot of stuff. We didn't have money. We didn't have freaking amenities. We didn't get, and the couple of times that we did get away, the stories that are involved with it are freaking kind of scary to begin with. So, anyway. Spent a lot of time on Greyhound buses on Christmas Day for a number of years. That's where I learned to freaking, I can zone out and do nothing all day long. But that's what lazy people do, and I can't be lazy. You know, it's time to do the work, man. People got to freaking slough off for too long, and they got a taste of the lazy, and now they forgot what it's like to do the work. You know, but what they don't understand is what comes work. Are you done?
Yes.
What comes work comes the feeling good of getting a job done.
Accomplishment.
Yeah. God. Benny watches Mom eat her ice cream, and he freaking drools. Like, he'll get like 6-inch stringers and stuff like that, and it just makes me want to gag. It makes me want to gag. So I just picked up the bowl and set it down so Benny could lick it, and I just got his hanger across my arm, and I just want to throw up right now. Oh, other people's DNA. I don't like it touching me. Tucker, go lay down. Go on, Squirrely Dan. Go on. Good boy. Get a drink. Good boy. So, easy does it. That's a term that they say. They've said that for years. Easy does it. Easy does it. Take it easy. Easy does it. You know, yield. Just because you want to do something doesn't mean you should. You know, people are flying around these days in their private planes. Like, they fly around more often to Europe and across, you know, more than I go to the grocery store. Right? And then they're talking about us at the bottom, how we don't need things to live. Go. You know? All these dogs are squirrely now. Get up here. Come on, get up here now. Tucker, I don't care where you go, just lay down. Good girl, Luna. Just a good girl. Come on, girl. Come here. Come here. Oh, what's this? Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you make me read it. I was gonna show you for the pretty ladies. That's a good, huh? Good girl. Go over there and lay down, big old girl. Tucker, go lay down. Come on. Come on. I don't want to step on you. Good boy. I don't want to step on you. So the astrology that's coming up in the next few weeks. I don't really want you to whine either. What? You're okay. Come over here. Why don't you just get up on the couch? You like it better there. I don't know why you're in there anyway. Come on. Good boy.
Oh, good boy.
You're more comfortable there anyway. Yeah, he's a love nugget. That's for sure. So Aries says in astrology's crazy. I listened to a talk by Crossy a little while ago, and she was just like, just listen, is pray, have protection over yourself. Don't live in fear, man. Don't live in fear. So many people living in fear, they're just going to draw near what they fear. You know, look how many people last 2 years, freaking worst case scenario. If you're afraid to die, you know, everybody's going to die, but if you're really afraid of it and you don't take care of your soul sack, don't take care of your body, don't do things every day to pay homage to life. It's just like anything else. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And I don't know why you got down right now. Benny, get up here now. Lay down. I'm not playing with you. Good girl, Luna. Good girl. Good girl. You're so pretty. Just get a drink. Yeah. Now's not a good time, dude. All right. What was I talking about? Aries and the season and all the planets that are coming up in Aries. Yeah. Oh, man. I did get to meditate today. Today I was an all-day meditate state kind of day. I just meditated all day. That's all I did. Because it was almost snow. Yeah, it was like snowy and crappy. And I was like, I'm not doing anything else. I'm just taking a day. and I took a day. And you ate really good throughout the day, as a matter of fact. Like, in between me just being freaking a lazy slob. I didn't even go to the store. I'm like, I'll go tomorrow. At one point, about 1 o'clock, I got like a little gust. I'm like, oh, well, if I go, it looks like it's trying to snow. Or at like noon a little bit, but I was going to go try the tires out on the road.
Yeah.
Try and catch it slick. I was like, no, I'm just going to lay here. They're not in spiritual. Everything's about balance. My whole life, my brother will tell you, well, you've always lived like that, where with about everything is about frequency and balance. And I was like, he always says things, and it makes me sound like I'm like such a lame ass. You know, like a dumbass for having these belief systems that I have. And it's funny because more people now believe in my ideology of frequency and things like that than they believe in his law. Because lawyers are not a credible source anymore. I mean, whatever, you know. I mean, the only people that like lawyers are the lawyers' family members that benefit from knowing said lawyers. But usually lawyers, their little circles are small. But like my brother, he went back and went to law school, and it's like all of his buddies that he went to college with. This is how I know how freaking integrated and freaking what a bros club the system is, man. Because I fucking see it directly. You know, he was in a fraternity. You know, he still lives in the same community complex with the fraternity brother. You know, he's a big important lawyer for the state of California. You know, his other buddy who is a fraternity brother is a DA in Stockton. Everybody knows how fucking and you look at his Facebook page, and he and his teenage family, his young adult or 20-year-old family, they're skiing always in Tahoe, always in San Francisco, cruising around on there, always having at sporting events, just living the best version of their lives. At the same time, these people that you're supposed to be defending, you know, where's their counsel? You know, you're all fucking living the lap on the backs, making 6 figures, you know, and all this greed has just gotten terribly out of hand. And it's gonna change, and if it doesn't, you know, and all this stuff with freaking old boy's laptop, you know, I've been in IT for years, and just the fact that fucking old girl got to have her server at home, that is just like, no, you know. But people, there's always privileged people. There's always people that are above the law, and now the number of these people has just grown into an insurmountable rate. And us that live on less than freaking $2,000 a month, you know, families living on freaking, you know, $800, you know. It's just like, oh, well, there's nonprofits to help people like that. You can't get a hold of anybody, because they're technology shit. Because everything's all automated, animated. You can't get, you know. But they still keep getting paid. You know, they keep getting their donations to help the people, and it don't go to the people. Are people figuring it out yet? It don't go to the people. You know, there are no good ones. Because if there were good ones, they would do what they can. They wouldn't join the scumbags. But they just keep perpetuating these. God, I saw something on Twitter the other day, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It was something about women and them not getting like discriminated against because of their hair or some shit. It is just like, women still make 70 cents to the dollar compared to, you know, there's other more pressing bullshit that needs to be attended to, right? But these women, and it's like, oh, well, now there's women in politics. Well, you're failing, so you might as well just let the men back in. Because it's fucking embarrassing how bad these women politicians are just, they're more of the same. I am ready for the whole system to fall and collapse and just, die in a freaking cloud of dust. As far as I'm concerned, all of it. Federal government, all of it. All of it. It could just tumble, could just collapse. Well, I will not be sad about it. Will not be sad. And they're talking about these new wave of lead. These little freaking wet behind the ear little shits. How are they going to lead anything if they can't? They couldn't even change a tire, but they're going to lead. They're going to lead this world into a better way. Nah, it's more popularity contest. And now that the world's opening back up, more shit I'm not looking forward to. Oh, all the conferences. All the love and light. All that stuff is coming back. Sedona gonna start their freaking their conferences again. What was that, Lou? Oh, that was Stan Lee. How many people there's homeless. Oh, and I noticed yesterday, last time I went out, I gave one of my bags away. I got rid of my bags. One of them I know it's in the house someplace because I haven't done anything to let it out. I made the one bag, and I was like, I'm gonna put the rest of the bags together. So I started, but I took off the lid to this, and I can't to put the batteries in it, and I can't find it. No, so that was a dumb thing that happened today. And so I got 2 more bags, and then one with that, and then I can't find a bag of feminine hygiene products or a box to go in there. Oh, hi girl, how you doing now? So this one there's still contents missing. I gotta get them, but I gave one away. I found that I ran into a lady named Angelica again, and I ran into her. She's she's kind of the reason why where I'm kind of doing this. And I saw her, and I gave her one. I said, last time I saw you, I was looking for you because I went back and I got you a hat and gloves. And she's like, well, my hands are getting better. And she held up her hands, and she had gotten frostbite. Yeah. And so I was like, she's like, but it's warming up now. It's not getting as cold like that. And somebody stole her stuff, so. But she was really happy about that. So I'll drive around in the van with these, and because there's always women that freaking, man, there's people all over the place that need help, man. Just basic stuff, man. Yeah, compassion. Basic things like compassion. I see all these snooty people on YouTube. It's like, you wouldn't give like Cameron Studer, she's a nice lady, but she wouldn't give people that I'm compassionate with the time of day. She'd lock her doors, I'm sure. Questionable types, I hang out with a lot of people that have been in prison, Hopefully they've learned mistakes. All these other people live on such a straight and narrow that they freaking don't ever experience life, and that's all of our spirits are supposed to do, is experience life, And from experiencing life, you're supposed to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes, not live the same version of the day over and over until you retire. Then you live a different version of the day over and over until you take your last breath. There's more to it than that. There's a lot more to it than that. Community, family. I always thought, I was always under the impression that family was the most important thing in the world, but I haven't felt the direct ramifications of that myself. It doesn't mean that I still don't have something inside me that teaches me and lets me know what it is to be a kind and loving person. Even though I haven't had a lot of examples, because When I was growing up, Mom and I had a conversation the other day, Ma. I asked you, I was like, Mom, when I was a little kid, they always had me go to counselors and stuff like that. Psychologist things, you know?
Yeah.
Things like that. And I didn't understand, I mean, why?
It wasn't so much for you, it was them getting things disorganized and things.
Well, from what I was understood, or what we were talking about the other day, is because I could do things that other people couldn't do.
Yeah.
And they wanted to figure out how it is that I could do this stuff and comprehend the things that I comprehend at such a young age. Like, when I learned how to play chess, I was probably 3 or 4. And I look at 3-year-olds now, and if I wonder if I could sit down with them, or 4-year-olds, or even 5-year-olds, and just be like, okay, this is a rook, this is a bishop, this is a pawn, or this is a pawn, it moves this way, this is what it does. You know, and going through and explaining, and then teaching them, and then progressing
That would be good.
in their education. But I picked it up quick. And cribbage, I was playing cribbage with Grandpa, 5 years old, stuff like that. And I always wanted to try it. I want to do it. Let me do it. It's like my spirit always knew that it's just supposed to experience as many things as it possibly can. And I've experienced a lot of things in this life. Pleasant or unpleasant or whatever. It depends on how I look at it and how I feel that day. You know, we are the beholders of the reality. You know, you spend too much in the shallow end. Man, that is not. I look on like, I watch like shows that they have on like Hulu and like what's trendy on social media. And people are so fake. They are so phony and so fake. And like so many people are getting like plastic surgery. It's this wave of plastic surgery. Like they have so much money, they have nothing to do but freaking mutilate their face. I grew up watching, I mean, in my early or late 20s, I watched freaking Nip Tuck all the time, man. No. You know, and I think that's one of the biggest things that people need to learn in this life is that God don't make junk. God don't make junk. And you gotta end how up with things how you started. So all this wave of freaking changing your body and things like that, you know, it's a terrible thing. They're doing all this stuff in sports where women or men are identifying as women, and they're just saying, okay, I'm a woman, so you know they're competing, and they've always competed in men's sports and they sucked. So, but in women's sports they're good, but they're not a woman, they're a man. You know, they're born a man. You know, you can cover it up. You can call it what you want. You can, you know, sympathy, no sympathy, whatever. It's how you. Whatever. People are so sensitive, man. They're not going to be long for this world as sensitive as they are. Now, I've been kicked in the face and knocked down a flight of stairs, and now people are like, if you're not sensitive to what they want their fucking pronouns to be called, you're some kind of asshole. But it's like you want the whole world to accept you, but you can't accept you for how God made you? Nah. Call me whatever you want. I'm a big old jerk. Whatever. I can take it. I think that's stupid. You know? And hey, go ahead, mutilate your body, cut it up, hack it up, change it, you know? Take those hormones, change your body however, but you're going to come back and you're going to do a do-over. And you're going to keep coming back and you're going to keep living, you know, in this incarnation over and over and over until you figure out how to love yourself, how God made you. I'm kind of sad I got braces. I got braces. I used to have like jewel teeth. Like these teeth are behind here. My bottom ones are pretty straight, but my top ones were crowded. And I had a retainer one time when I was a kid. That's as much as they'd flip the bill for. As a retainer. My brother freaking popped me in the mouth. That's how I know how violent these guys can get. They're all cool, calm, collective. Because I got my ass whooped plenty. Like when he's over 18, I'm 16. Yeah, he'd been through basic training. He should have had his military bearing and still freaking lost his shit. Yeah, yeah. I know a lot. I know a lot about lawyers firsthand. So. Leaving mom and me destitute pretty much, but that's alright because I wouldn't ask him for help ever again anyway. Because the last time I did, he said no. Yeah, so. You only got to tell me no one time. Well. Anyway. So what else? Loving yourself, learning. It's hard. Man, I used to hate myself. I didn't want to be gay. I didn't want to be a lesbian. People are freaking jerks to gay people and lesbians and all that. It's not an easy lifestyle, My whole life, that's the thing, is like this program that is being revealed. How the imposed world and the real world, more and more people are starting to wake up to how things are and how we've been lied to a lot. And we get lied to every day. They've been lying to us as they tell us to believe in Santa Claus and this. It's just like they're dumbing us down, making us gullible. No, I'm not having it. Not me. I want to teach people how to listen to themselves, how to listen to their own guts, how to tune in, source, God, tune in. People know what bullshit is. I think a lot of times we just want to believe it. We want to believe that people really care about us and, want for our best interests. And there's a lot of people out there that do not want your best interests at heart. They do not have there's a lot of people in the world that just like hurting people. I don't understand it. I won't understand it because the freaking vibrational frequency of pain just makes my freaking glands shrink and shrivel. And I've been hurt too much in life. I don't want to cause that pain to anybody else. And it's just like that's like when people are taken over by demons and dark entities where they get their rocks off from hurting people. It's a trip. It's weird. You just listen every day. You see them everywhere. Just listen to everyday conversation. That dad that's like freaking always critical to their kid. It's like, all right, when are you gonna say something nice? It's just like they're always with the negativity. Always. When I was in Arizona last year, I was like, they were all every day. It was like, you do this wrong and this wrong, and you have to do it like this, and oh my God, it was a nightmare. And finally, I was like, okay, could you say something nice? And they're like, we don't need to validate you. You're an adult woman. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with anything to do with validating me. It's that you people spew so much freaking negativity. I want you to throw something positive out there just to break up the freaking suck. But whatever. They got all the answers. They sucked. There's a lot of terrible people out there. That's why it's I gotta try harder because it's just easier to be freaking mad and freaking surly and PETA and all that stuff. It keeps me in balance when I go out and do stuff that makes other people feel better. So that's why I keep doing it. Yeah. I know it started home, but they never do. They never do. That's why it's all bullshit, dude. I had on the floor, I had a washcloth that was, there's two washcloths in the floor in the bathroom. One was yellow and one was blue. And they've been in there probably for about they're clean. Because there's not a towel. towel rack in there. But ever since this freaking bullshit with Ukraine, like today, I had to pick it up because I just couldn't even freaking stand to see the blue and yellow. It's just so stupid. It's just, it's, this is the stuff I've been talking about for 4 years. It doesn't ever go to the people. We're playing a game. Everything's scripted. It's a circle of greed. There's no left or right. There's no Democrats or Republicans. There's no, all that stuff is dead. Maybe at some point in time that existed. Maybe elections weren't all freaking scripted and bullshit and made up and fraudulent and everything. I doubt that. You know, I was like, I remember being a very young teenager and just totally questioning the nonsense that Ronald Reagan was an actor and then he went into politics. He never stopped acting. Why don't people get this? Oh, because they benefit from it, you know? Sports, they're rigged. They're plays. Like you go to your kid's freaking little Christmas pageant, same thing. Only people spend freaking, what was it, like $25,000 or something like that on Super Bowl tickets? There's homeless people everywhere, you know? And that's what they started here. See, I moved here from Oregon, so for the years that 4 years we lived up there, it was just, you know, the tents on the side of the intersection, tents everywhere all over the place, tents. And now it's starting here. I saw one outside like the UPS or just in a random place, just like in a gully, just like in a ditch. Just like, I'm just going to pitch my tent here and I'll stay. You know? Yeah. Cracks society are just only going to get wider, so I hope people are finding their place, man, in their community and stuff like that. I really do. It's hard being single, being by yourself, without a support system. It's hard. That's why that's another reason why I want to help people so much, because I know what it's like to need help. And now you know, just because I put myself in the position to learn so many things for the last, you know, in my life. I just haven't just stuck to the same thing and done that over and over. Like coding, billing, coding, you know, this little rat race, freaking hamster circle that they have people doing, you know, but they get enough that you can buy your houseboats and have your vacations and do your cruises and all that stuff, that you don't got to look at all the need that people have in this world. You can just ignore it. But you keep ignoring it, you're going to come back and you're going to be a part of it. And you're going to wish that you hadn't ignored it. You know, sometimes we got to be the answered prayers. Because the non-for-profits and the government agencies and stuff like that, they're not answering their phone. They're not doing it. So we got to do it amongst ourselves, us little people. You know, trading. It's like the good old days, Ma. Going back to grassroots. So, anyway, it's March 21st, 7:17 p.m. Life is good, huh, Ma?
Yes, it is.
That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.